Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here and welcome to a special speed build. So in this one I am doing a Halloween build, which, you know, seasonal things are fun to do. And last year I did a haunted house build, which if you haven't seen it, you know, go check it out. It's actually a really fun build, I think. So if you haven't seen that and you like Halloween, definitely, you know, watch that. It's good fun. But I figured, you know, since we've already done the haunted house, we should probably do something else this time around. And well, this is basically the result. I was playing Overwatch, and if you don't play Overwatch, you don't know this, but there's like a special Halloween event, and one of the maps has been kind of recolored, I suppose, to fit Halloween, and it looks kind of really awesome. And there was something that reminded me kind of like what would be, in my opinion, a cafe of some sort. And it made me want to build a cafe in a Halloween style. It's not like a Halloween, really scary Halloween style. It's like a very modern build, as you can probably already tell from the outside. And it's something a bit different. It's, again, not quite Halloween as you would expect it to be, but it's definitely like a modern cafe dressed up for Halloween, I suppose, without going too overboard. But yeah, I think it turns out really well, and using those lights from the floor, they're not lights, the floor thingies, the dance floors from Get Together, they look awesome because they have purple light in them, and purple light, okay, one, purple is kind of awesome, and two, the purple light kind of works really well for Halloween, and I wanted to keep that going. So you'll see also in the inside, all the lights will be purple except for like candles, because candles, you know, shouldn't be purple. That doesn't make any sense. And it also looks good when it's actually like candles and then the purple lights make everything look really spooky. I just think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. It was a bit tricky though, because, you know, there's like, we have the one stuff pack with Halloween stuff, which is kind of cool, but then I was looking at it and it actually doesn't have that much stuff. I thought it would have more stuff, if that makes any sense, so I was kind of like, oh, right. So I tried to make it work and tried to use some of the Day of the Dead things as well, because, well, I felt like I should. But it was definitely a little bit tricky to figure out. And here I'm just messing around with the outside still, because it's important, but at the same time I was really struggling. I didn't want it to look the exact same as it did in the front, like in the back. But we had to have something, and in the end I just have this big wall of windows on the second level. Not on the first level, there's no windows because we had to put bathrooms in somewhere. So basically this is just a cafe, so a place to grab coffee and a snack. Hence the name Trick or Treat Cafe, because, you know, it's where you get your treats, sort of, in a way, maybe. That's the way I look at it at least. And I use these plants from the Dine Out pack, which I think just look really good for like a spooky theme, sort of. And this wall, I love the look of the wall behind the cafe, behind the bar thingy. It's not really a bar, is it? But yeah, I love the wall behind it. It's really asymmetrical, but it still looks like really cool. I'm actually surprised that it looks as good as it does. And I will change the wallpaper of it in a little bit as well, so that will help too. And I put in some of these boots because it's fun and looks really comfortable. Yeah, so what about you guys? I'm just wondering, right, because I know people from pretty much anywhere watch some of my videos. Do you guys celebrate Halloween? I'm from the Netherlands. We don't really celebrate Halloween at all. Like, they're trying to get it to be a thing, mostly stores. It's the same with Christmas, right? It's very commercialized, and stores will take any opportunity to get people to buy things, but in general it's not really a thing. You don't get people trick-or-treating, you don't really... I mean, I'm sure there's parties and stuff, because, again, people just like companies will try to get anybody to buy their stuff. People will find any excuse to party, but except for that, it's not really a thing. So it's always like I want to do a Halloween build because it's kind of a lot of fun to do, and it makes sense. But we don't really celebrate Halloween, so it's kind of tricky for me. Yeah, so where are you from? Do you celebrate Halloween? I remember being in New Zealand last year for Halloween. Actually, we planned to go out with a group of interns for my internship. I didn't go because I had a really bad migraine, but also there it seemed like it was mostly companies trying to sell candy and just parties. I mean, I think there were some local initiatives to get kids to go trick-or-treating, just to get kids out, I suppose, but it didn't seem to be like a thing the way it is in the US. So yeah, let me know where you're from and if you celebrate Halloween. I'm just curious. I always love learning about new places and how people do things, so yeah. So I put all these candles that I think came with the Dine Out pack around on the floor because, again, it's just a thing I saw in Overwatch, and it looked really cool with the lights, like the candles standing randomly on the floor. I don't know why, but it helped really with the spooky feel, so I decided to go with it. So here you see me, I grabbed a sim, Junkrat, because he seems to be my current sim that I use to go everywhere. And I went to live mode to change all the colors of the lights. So the lights, I think the lanterns that are on the wall from the spooky stuff pack are also not purple, but like the normal ceiling lights are all purple, even in the bathrooms, which end up being really dark, but that's okay. You don't need a lot of light in the bathroom, right? But yeah, this is also the point at which I was like, okay, I need to use some of the Day of the Dead stuff because it looks kind of really cool and it's new and we should probably use it. So you'll see me go around putting these things, well, pretty much all around the place, which helped a lot actually. I was struggling with what to put in, and putting the dolls, they are terrifying, putting those in, and then the table, and then just some of the wall decorations that really helped, I think. And I realized that this was a double height wall, so I had to move some stuff around, but that was okay. I think I'll put like a big light in there as well, just because, you know, it's a double height wall. Yep, there we go. That will also be changed to purple, because, again, it helps really with the spooky feel, to have all the lights be purple. And just, again, here I'm putting in some booths and some extra tables, and then I'll also put some stuff outside. And I love what I did here with these side tables. I think it looks so good. And it was also just something where I could put things on. I'll delete that plan, and instead I will put in a little witches thingy where the ghost comes out of. I don't know. It's a really weird item, but it works. But yeah, using some of the wallpapers from the stuff you... Whoa. Okay. Using some of the wallpapers from the spooky stuff pack, and then just using the items also from the Day of the Dead. I think it turned out pretty good without it being like it's obviously dressed up for Halloween. It's not as a haunted house or something that's actually properly spooky, but I do really like the way it looks. And again, just going with the candles on the floor, which look really cool, and putting in some of these lanterns, which are adorable actually. I'm thinking maybe I should have put a window there, but at the same time I kind of like there not being too many windows. Besides, I'm building most of this at nighttime anyways, because like it's a Halloween cafe, it should be like dark, in my opinion. Sizing up these stalls really helped as well actually, which I really like. Putting in some more wall decorations because it needed something more there. Changing the light color thingies. Yeah, I can speak, I promise. I considered using one of the tables from the backyard stuff pack, but it wasn't really any color that I liked for Halloween, so I just used something more simple. The outside area is maybe a bit crowded with 4 tables, but I kind of like it, and it should work anyways in The Sims 4. And then I'm just going around using the hidden objects sheet to find some of these pumpkins that are actually lit up. Which, I don't know, when I place them, they're lit up and then the lights go out, and it's weird, but I think they're lit up. I checked, you can turn them on, like you cannot light them up yourself, so And I noticed that we had these doll heads, which I also noticed when I did my haunted house build. I was like, it's so much fun to just put these random doll heads around the place. It looks adorable. And with adorable, I mean kind of creepy. That's why I put them with the gravestones. And I put these hand puppets there because, again, they're monsters and they look kind of cool. I considered putting some plants inside, but I figured that would be too much, so we'll put plants on the outside. And then I found all of the Day of the Dead skull candy thingies. I think they're called skull candies, I don't know, but I figured I'd put them in the little display for it that we have. Putting in some more of these lanterns because they're kind of adorable. Putting in some speakers because I remembered to put them in. I'm really tired, I'm sorry. But yeah, I tend to forget to put in music, which is strange considering that I spend most of my time listening to music unless I'm playing Overwatch, which, I mean, that's basically what I do most of the time these days, so maybe I don't spend most of my time listening to music. But like in general, I'm very much someone that just loves listening to music, so I'm kind of surprised by the fact that I tend to forget to put in speakers, but I remembered this time, okay? There's music for your Sims to listen to, which basically means that if you don't tell them what to do, they will start dancing all the time. So just a warning. Turning on the lights, and here we are in the screenshots. So, yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you like it and you want your Sims to go, I don't know, celebrate Halloween, you could easily throw a party here, I'm guessing. So check the description for a download link if you want to download it. And that is it. So I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys!